Well, I'll tell you what, guys, there hasn't been any slow news days this week. That's for damn sure. I'll tell you what, when I was a reporter, you used to dread this time of year, like in between the first and second rounds of the big dance until the Sweet 16 came up, because generally there was nothing going on except all the advanced stories about the teams that were in the Sweet 16. But this week, it's been a bonanza if you're a journalist. You had the Peyton Manning signing with the Broncos, and then, of course, yesterday, on a day when Roger Goodell throws the book at the New Orleans Saints and Sean Payton and their former defensive coordinator Gregg Williams, it's all overshadowed by the Tim Tebow trade to the New York Jets. What a week it's been. Tim Tebow and the New York Jets. Odd pair, wouldn't you say? Mark Sanchez, not exactly the thickest of skins. Can't take it as it is. Wonder how he's going to take it when what do you think? It's going to take maybe one half of one game for the New York fans to start chanting for Tebow. Anyway, hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Thursday video report. As you know, we've got the big dance back in action here tonight. Now, yesterday, I'm disappointed. I got to be honest with you. I'm bummed out. The charity play of the week. I was going with Craig Davis yesterday, who had won a charity play of the week for us 2 weeks ago, who was 2-0 with those $5 specials, including a winner earlier this week. And that was Butler over Penn on Monday night. So I was going with him again last night. He was seeking his 6th straight winning day, and it was a good play, a 30-dime release. Unfortunately, Loyola Marymount did not get there last night as the road dog. But I'm undeterred. Guys, I'm going to keep doing this. I told you, until hell freezes over. I just like this whole concept. Yes, they've lost the last 2 after winning the previous 2, but that's why they call this gambling. And I still am going to continue to give away the plays on a weekly basis. Charity play of the week. Remember now, we have to wait starting today, 7 more days until I can at least consider doing it again. So make sure you keep in tune here to the daily videos, and I'll keep you updated as well. Now, in terms of everybody else yesterday, well, guys, Anthony Redd did it again. Anthony Redd did it again. 50-dime winner last night. Washington State, a 7-point road dog, absolutely destroys Oregon State on the road in Corvallis last night. Now, his overall record, 61-32 the past 64 days. A $10 bettor has won $10,172. I mean, it's phenomenal when you think about it. And here's something else, guys, really, which is phenomenal too. And I've mentioned this before. About 75-80% of the customers here at the site are on long-term packages because they like to make a commitment to one particular handicapper. They don't like to jump back and forth, and they also see the long-term savings. So just to give you an FYI, do you realize Anthony Redd's 60-day package costs $749? And in the past 64 days, a $10 bettor on one of those type of packages has won over $10,000. I mean, oh, Jesus, it is just a phenomenal run. And yes, and I got a text from him because I was on Oregon State last night. I can't, because this might be a family programming, I cannot repeat exactly what Anthony's text said. It did have something about my mother in it. And it's nothing that I can repeat here. However, he did win, so congratulations to him. And today, guys, he is raising the bar. The same guy who has gone 12-3 with 25-dime plays over the previous 7 days. The guy who hit the 50-dime play last night, today, the second biggest play of his career in college basketball. 80-dime winner number 3 in a row. It's Louisville and Michigan State. Number 1 was Notre Dame at the end of February when the Irish were a 2.5 to 3-point favorite at home, and they absolutely blew out West Virginia and South Bend by 27 points. Number 2 was back on March 8th, so that was about a week and a half ago, when Louisiana Tech in the I guess it's the WAC conference. He had them that night as a 4-point underdog, and they won outright against Utah State. So this play is nearly twice as strong as the 50-dime one that he won last night. He's on a 23-8 roll with 25-dime releases, including 18 out of 23 in college basketball. And this play tonight is over 3 times stronger than that play as well. Second biggest play of his career, 80-dime winner number 3 in a row. It goes this evening. Now, as for me, Hey, look, I lost last night. Can I really complain? I mean, I've still won 7 of the past 9 days, and those 10 dime releases, I think 11-5 run with them over the past 5 weeks. I am not complaining. Tonight, however, I see an opportunity, and we've talked about that. In fact, Anthony and I talked about it in our video we did last week. I see an opportunity to expand the bankroll tonight. When you're on a roll, you've got to take those shots to multiply your bankroll. You've got to have short-term memory deficit. Just because I lost last night, guys, 7 out of 9 winning days. I'm playing with somebody else's money, okay? Bottom line is tonight, I see an opportunity to go bigger, and I have another 15-dime play. As you know, these 15-dime releases, I am a perfect 2-0 so far with them in the big dance. North Carolina over Creighton easily on Sunday, and then, of course, Cincinnati toying with Texas last Friday. Now, I know a 15-dime play does not sound sexy. It does not sound glamorous. It doesn't sound as big as A-Red's 80-dime play. It doesn't sound as big as Jeff Benton's 100-dime play. However, for me, 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes, so this is right there at the top of the scale. And again, these are the same 15-dime plays. I'm looking to make it number 12 out of 17 so far this year in college basketball, so you know, they've certainly been successful. And also, these are the same 15-dime plays in basketball and football combined, going way back to last August, August 1, the beginning of the preseason in football, that I'm 37-24 with. So that is going to be my play this evening. Speaking of a 100-dime play, Jeff Benton, he's had 4 of them this season. He's won 3 of those 4. You can see the recap. 75%. Can't go wrong there. Today, upping the ante, one and only 100-dime Sweet 16 Game of the Year, Florida and Marquette. And FYI, that is going to be my free pick coming up here in just a moment. Free picks on the 22-10 run, and I have a money-saving discount coupon code coming your way as well. So, if you're interested in Jeff's play, you can compare it versus my free pick. I have no idea who he's on. Also, another guy you should be aware of, Derek Mancini. We've talked about him the past couple of weeks. Tonight, first ever 80-dime college basketball release of his career. Okay? It's Cincinnati and Ohio State. Boy, is that a tough game. First ever 80-dime college basketball play of his career. So it's the highest rated play ever. Listen, guys, he's on a 15-6 run with 40-dime releases in college basketball. This play is twice as strong. He's looking for winning day number 14 out of 18 overall and 11 out of the last 14. 21-8 roll for Derek Mancini the past 29 days. A $10 better has won over $3,400 in that stretch. So those are some of the guys. Oh, and FYI, Craig Davis, guys, another guy who's hot. 50-dime winner number 8 of 11, Florida and Marquette. He had 50-dime winners on Xavier over Lehigh on Sunday, and VCU covering against Indiana on Saturday, and he's looking for winning day number 6 out of 7. And as you know, with Craig Davis, $10 bettors since February 1st have won $5,835 over the past 29 days. A little over 4 weeks, they've won over $4,300. Listen, your money-saving discount coupon code, guys, excuse me as I look over here because I've got to see what the code is going to be DOZEN12. DOZEN and the number 12. Dozen 12. DOZEN and the number 12. This will save you 12% off your total purchase price. Now, I know, and you should be aware, that every single Saturday, going back to like last June, I've been giving a coupon code that gets you 20% off. However, I thought that this code tonight would be beneficial because most handicappers are just isolating one game here tonight. So I know the majority of you out there are making probably a couple of purchases. So this will get you 12% off your total purchase price. Again, with this type of coupon, you can mix and match. If you want to buy Anthony Red's play tonight, then save 12% off of the price of that and buy Craig Davis's play or my play or Jeff Benton's play, you can. If you want to make a long-term commitment at this point to Anthony Red, for example, a 30-day package. Let me see. What's a 30-day package cost with Anthony Red? I think I know these things off the top of my head. I just run all the sites in the company. Costs $449. You could save 12% off of there. If you're already involved in a package with one of these handicappers and you want to extend it and take advantage of the 12% discount plus the instant rebate, which is applicable if you're already in a 7-day or longer package, Hey, it all works together. But the key is you have, oh, by the way, and if you did something like that, the extra days would just be added on to your current expiration date. But the key is you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. You can't come in and buy Anthony Redd's play now and an hour later come in and buy Craig Davis's play. Now, I know most of you regulars out there, you understand that. This is really, I'm just talking to the newcomers. So you have to use everything at one time, put it in your shopping cart, mix and match, 12% off, dozen 12, DOZEN, and the number 12. Okay, guys, free picks. As I mentioned, I'm on a 22-10 run. Last night I told you, Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, I thought they had a good chance at taking advantage of a Middle Tennessee State team that was high as a kite after beating Tennessee in Knoxville less than 48 hours earlier, and I thought that it would be a classic letdown situation for the Blue Raiders. Golden Gophers won the game outright to advance to the NIT quarterfinals. Tonight, I'm going to give you another underdog, guys. I'm going to go with Florida as the 2-point dog against Marquette here. Listen, I know that Florida had 2 walkover wins, okay, beating up Virginia and, of course, Norfolk State by a combined score of, oh, God, it was huge, like 155-95, the combined score. But listen, you know that Virginia team they beat? That was a very good defensive team. Number 3 defensive team in the ACC this year in terms of field goal percentage and points allowed per game. And yet they just absolutely rolled over them. Now, Marquette, you know, opened up the dance easily by beating BYU, which really, you know, had nothing left after overcoming that 25-point deficit in the play-in game against Iona. Took advantage of BYU, a team that doesn't have much height, and rolled in that one. And then really, you know, struggled against Murray State. I thought Murray State, like most of you, was going to beat Marquette this past weekend. Marquette, though, another one of their late comeback charges, managing to pull off the win. But listen, Florida is bigger. It's a longer team, a bigger team size-wise than Murray State. You've got Irving Walker and Kenny Boynton, who's their leading scorer, and Brad Beal, the 3-guard lineup. I mean, they're deadly. Best 3-point shooting team in college basketball this season, averaging nearly 10 threes a game. That trio combines for almost 43 points a game. And again, they rung up 71 points against Virginia, a team that generally holds its foes around 60 points a game. Now, I know Marquette is forcing 16.5 turnovers per game this season, but Florida is not a team that turns the ball over that much. I think Marquette's going to have problems getting the ball inside. They're not a very big team. That's going to force this game into being one of a perimeter type of shooting game. At the same time, that's where, by the way, I think Florida has the advantage. At the same time, Marquette is more than willing to run. And that plays right in to Florida's wheelhouse, okay? You want to run? It's like North Carolina and Creighton on Sunday. Florida will more than be happy to accommodate you. Plus, you've got the experience. Listen, you know, last year, Billy Donovan in the Sweet 16, they went to overtime, took care of business against BYU and Jimmer Fredette. Remember that one? I think Florida is the team here. Now, listen, I know they are 0-6 this year straight up as an underdog. But consider the opponents. My God, Ohio State, 3 times they lost to Kentucky. You know, nothing to be embarrassed about there. Lost to Syracuse and lost to Vanderbilt. What do those teams have in common? All in the big dance. And 4 of those 6 games were on the road. Well, you got a neutral site tonight. This game is being played in Phoenix. I like Florida to win this game outright. So there you go, guys. Best of luck to you, and I will talk to you again on Friday.